So, hi everyone. My name is Alexandra Frincu. You can call me Alex. I work as a Wi-Fi admin at the University of Lausanne, which is situated on the shores of Lake Geneva in Switzerland. So today I'll just tell you a story that happened to me shortly after I started working at UNIL. So hopefully you'll bear with me. So one day I got a call from the Safety and Security Department telling me that a student had her laptop stolen. So I was surprised. I didn't know exactly what to do. I asked my colleagues, and they said, "Oh, just add it to the database." So I discovered that we had like a list of stolen laptops that we kept, and if the stolen laptop was to connect on our network again, we will get an email alert. But of course, this is very rare. So I retrieved the MAC address of the stolen laptop from our logs, controller, DHCP, radius. So I retrieved and stored the MAC address. But of course, I didn't expect that the laptop will come back again. Just to give you an idea about the numbers at our university, so we serve around 15,000 students and 4,000 staff. And just last week, with the academic year starting, we saw a peak of 10,000 simultaneously Wi-Fi connected clients, out of which 70% are Apple devices. And on average, we see every year around 20 stolen laptops on our campus. And of course, compared 20 per year with around 20,000 different MAC addresses we see per day, this is a very low number. So why do we care? We care because we want to offer our students a best experience. And we know that for them, laptops are expensive. So it's not that they are working like you and me, they don't have a job. So, and if they lose their laptop, they might also lose their entire work, like their thesis, if they didn't back up. So then, after 3 months, I get an email. So to my biggest surprise, the email was saying that the stolen laptop was connected to our network in the public library in the city center of Lausanne. I didn't know what to do with this one alert, but the following days, I kept getting similar alerts. So it was clear that the laptop was connecting like every evenings from 7 to 9 p.m. in the public library. So we were all excited, all the IT team was excited to see this, but we didn't know what to do next. So we thought about 3 options. One was do nothing. So the second one was just defer this to the police, give them all the data needed, and let them act. And the third option was do our own intervention. Of course, we also needed to gather with the legal team, the Safety and Security Department, and the IT, in order to decide on a procedure. We had a lot of factors to consider. Like we knew we wanted to help the student to recover her laptop, but we also had a lot of questions like, do we have the authority to go on site, arrest someone? What if this someone is dangerous and somebody might get hurt? So in the end, we decided to do a procedure, so an intervention. So a team had to go on site. So a safety and security person who was an ex-policeman. I also had to go on site and together with the police, just for our own safety. So my responsibility was to locate the client in the public library once we were on site. So I was very panicked because this is the public library, so it's a huge open space, and it's also a high-density area, so you have hundreds of clients connecting every day there. So it's difficult to identify the stolen laptop. Of course, if we look at the map of the library and we see the blue spots as the clients, Wi-Fi clients, we think maybe we can check each and every one of them. But this will take a lot of time. So I didn't want to waste the time of the police. So this is very time consuming, so it was obviously not an option. We knew the IP to which the laptop was connecting, so we could narrow down the area of search to the coverage area of the IP. But still, it had like 100 clients connecting to it, so it would also take too much time. I tried to do some tests in our lab. So just trying to locate my phone with a MacBook capturing in monitor mode. And I tried to look at the signal of the frames that the phone was sending. So I knew that if I had a better signal, I would be closer to the phone. So I tried it several times, it worked, but I've noticed that there were two drawbacks. Like one, when the phone was idle, I didn't get any frames. So I had to force it to generate traffic by pinging it. And a second issue was that the Wireshark interface has a lot of information, so it's quite overwhelming. You have a lot of details. You also need to scroll down to see the latest frames and so the latest signal. So I thought maybe it's better to simplify the interface. So I just parsed this TCP dump output and showed in a simple interface only the necessary information, so like the current signal I was seeing for the MAC address of the stolen client and the best signals seen since the start of the capture. So yeah, once we had the tool, we were ready to go on site. So one evening, we waited for the alert and we went to the public library. The police waited outside. I went in and I started the capture. I started working with the laptop. And up until I was close to a table with 3 persons. And I saw that one of them was using the laptop. And I saw the signal was better than what I've seen before. So I knew it was the one. Then I told this to the police. I tried to pretend. I also tried to pretend I was a student, so looking at the books and stuff. So I told the police this was the one, and so they came. They asked the person if he was the owner, and then I just stepped aside because I was already frightened, so I didn't want to be like next to a thief. So. Yeah, eventually the next day I found out the person got arrested and he actually was a refugee using the Wi-Fi in the library to communicate with his family. But I didn't know if he himself was the thief or that if he bought it from someone else. So after this, the Safety and Security Department wanted to be able to immediately respond to such alerts, so do their own intervention immediately, not depending on hours. And so I ordered for them 2 air-check devices and trained them how to locate devices. But eventually this never happened again, so no other stolen laptop came to our campus. And of course, we also try to increase, like every new academic year, we increase awareness of theft in our campus, especially among our new students. So we tell them to pay attention to their belongings. So, thank you. This is my one of my short stories. I have many more, so I'd be eager to hear yours, so don't hesitate to talk to me.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the story.